Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Fonta, Flora Brewing Company out of Nebo, North Carolina. This beer is called Good Bird Double IPA. Description says double India Pale Ale, double dry hop with Dorado and Centennial, brewed with estate grown Cherrywood. So Cherrywood from the farm. I really don't know what the Cherrywood is going to do to this beer, if anything. But they've been really doing some good hoppy stuff lately, so I'm hoping this is good. This is 8% ABV, and yeah, that's all I know about it. I haven't heard anything about this, or I have not. I didn't have this on tap there or anything like that, so we'll see how it is. So you can see it pours a almost completely transparent. It's like very lightly cloudy, really nice golden color with a small white head. Oh, it smells very, very orangey. A little bit piney too. I will admit I don't fully know all of the characteristics of Dorado, but I definitely know the majority of characteristics with Centennial because it's such a classic hop, and like Two Hearted and Founders Centennial are all Centennial hopped. And this is definitely bringing me back to those. It has, I know some people think that Centennial almost has like a metallic aroma, which I don't really get that, but what I think people get that from, I'm getting in this. It almost has some characteristics of Amarillo or Amarillo, however it's pronounced, where it's like really, really earthy to the point where it's almost like medicinal. I get that in this a little bit too. It also has like a flowery, like floral character. That's really a strong point in the Centennial hop profile. That is good. Uh, I would say anyone who is really familiar with Centennial, or people who, I mean, you don't see Centennial used that much anymore, or if it is, it's like in a blend of a bunch of different hops, which I think Centennial on its own is not the best. Don't get me wrong, I love Two Hearted, and that is like a classic beer. But I think when Centennial is combined with some of the newer school hops, it really, really shines because you can still pick it out, but then you get all that juiciness from the other things. And when it's blended together, it's just such a great thing. Like Centennial and Simcoe go so well with the newer school hops when they're blended together. But this is definitely Centennial driven for sure. There is a little bit of, like I was saying before, a little bit of an orangey, like marmalade character, which almost kind of tastes like mandarin and Bavaria, but that could be something that's coming from the Dorado. But this beer is like, other than having like a somewhat, I mean, it has a somewhat substantial body because of the ABV, but at the same time, it's just like really, really light and easy to drink. The alcohol is like, honestly, I don't want to say non-existent. There's obviously alcohol in this, but if you said this was 6 versus 8, I would absolutely believe it. And it's just, obviously the color of it doesn't necessarily dictate what the mouthfeel and the taste is going to be, but it looks so light and refreshing, at least in my mind. If I saw this beer, I'm like, oh, that looks like something that I'm going to be able to crush. And it absolutely is. I can't believe this is 8%, to be honest. I could drink all day. And the more I drink it, I think I am getting. Again, it could be just my mind trying to reach for things because I read the description and know what's in it already, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, you see it on the label. I'm picking up something that I would generally. I'm not going to say that I know what cherry would taste like because I definitely don't. But to me, it's coming off as almost like cedary because cedar has a very distinct aroma and flavor. If you've ever had any cedar aged beers, it's very, very distinct. Cigar City's really big on that because the whole cigars are aged in cedar boxes and that type of thing. But I'm assuming that character that I'm likening to cedar is probably the Cherrywood, because it is like a woody character, and it reminds me of cedar, but it's definitely not like as cedar is very, very strong. It's like I don't any beer that I've ever had that was aged on cedar. It's very, very. It's always been very present, and you know it as soon as you drink it. This is a lot more subtle, so I think that's probably what it is. Obviously, it isn't cedar because it would say that there was cedar in it. Man, it's so crazy. Like the first couple gulps I took, it was just all Centennial, and I was like, oh, it's like a really good classic double IPA. And then my palate just got completely muted to that, and now it's just like it's all of that wood character. That's so weird. Um, I'll say there's not many breweries that have that type of effect where I don't know what causes it, but where they make a beer and it has this and this and this in it, and then it's like you drink a little bit, and then like this is the big point, and you taste it, and then you drink a little more, and then you taste this, and then you drink a little more, and you taste that. Like it's it's kind of the opposite of cohesion, but it's also not to the point where like it's all muddled and you don't get any of the flavors really directly. It's kind of because that's not good. You don't want where there's a bunch of different things and you don't really you know that they're all there, but it's kind of just like a mash of so many different things. You don't. It just doesn't taste good. This isn't like that, but it's also not where everything's like super dialed in either. I was at the beginning it was like all Centennial, and now it's just like all that. I mean, I get the hop flavor still, but predominantly it's all that wood character. Uh, these guys honestly like continue to astonish me because they're just talented at so many different things. And I generally don't like beers that have weird stuff in it. Not that Cherrywood's that weird. There's plenty of beers that have way more weird things than that, and I'm excluding all the stupid pastry stuff and dessert things. I'm talking more along like the scratch type beers. But these guys really know how to do it where you taste those things that are in it, which is awesome because if you didn't taste them, then what the hell's the point? But none of them are overpowering and they just work with the underlying base beer. And it's like almost not every single time, no one bats 1,000, but like I would say 90% of the time when they do stuff with like these weird ingredients, it just works somehow. It's never heavy-handed, but at the same time, you definitely taste it. It's there. It's really impressive, to be honest. And it just shows what kind of palate that Todd and the rest of those guys have to know to taste it and know that that's enough or not enough or whatever. I bought a single can of this. I didn't buy a 4-pack, so I don't know what a 4-pack costs. I think the can itself was $5, so 4-packs probably I would guess like 18, which I think for this is reasonable. It's on par with what most that style of beer costs nowadays. But if you want a really good throwback double IPA with just a little hint of something unique and weird about it, but still really well made, this is definitely a beer that I would recommend. I would for sure buy this again. Uh, Honestly, they pump up so many cans now. Things come and go and come and go, and I don't see them again. And they might do this again in a year, and if they do, I'll definitely grab it. But I probably won't have the opportunity to get this again, at least recently, which is kind of unfortunate because it's really good. But I'm fine with that. I like having the one can, knowing it's great, and then if it comes out again, then I buy more. So this is for sure a buy for me. I highly recommend it. Another weird but really great beer from Fonta Flora. But I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.